Hey everyone, this is Brian, a product manager here at SafeGraph, bringing you the July 2021 edition of the Release Notes Rundown. We've got a lot of breaking changes to get through, so we'll start from the top with core places, where we retired 3 columns into SafeGraph history, including our beloved SafeGraph place ID and parent SafeGraph place ID, and we did this in favor of the open standard for now uniquely and persistently identifying places in place key and parent place key. We also retired tracking open since, considering it doesn't provide a whole lot of additive value on top of the values already present in the opened on column, so that is no longer available. But then in brand info, we actually added a couple of new columns in ISO country codes open and ISO country codes closed. So these are the 2-digit ISO country code descriptions for each country where we have coverage for a particular brand, at least one open POI or at least one closed POI. So it's a great way for us to communicate externally which countries we provide coverage for a particular brand, and will be especially important as we grow our coverage outside of just the US, Canada, and UK moving forward. Also, in the spirit of breaking changes, we've modified our view of what we consider a SafeGraph place in the sense that it no longer warrants a polygon or any geometry metadata in the geometry product. So we've added over 180,000 what we're calling point POIs, identified by a new column called geometry type that shows up at the end of the core places schema when these types of places are licensed. So these are new premium rows. There's about 146,000 ATMs, 36,000 plus electric vehicle charging stations, and soon this will include transit stops, cell towers, etc. So if these types of POIs that don't necessarily warrant a polygon are of interest to you, please reach out to your CSM to learn more or visit our doc site for details. In the geometry world, we focused on cleaning up a bunch of noisy, redundant polygons, something that's always going to be a continued focus for us, and we were effectively able to remove about 150,000 of those from the data set, so pretty good progress there. And then we also focused on stabilizing not only the polygon, but also the place key for some ultra prominent POIs, such as Disney World, so that they never lose their polygon or their place key and it never churns from our data. In the patterns world, we added a new column called Visitor Home Aggregation, which shows you the devices coming from a larger standard geography than just a traditional census block group. So these are census tracts in the US and dissemination areas in Canada, and we also modified the logic for our related same day and related same week and same month brands so that it's much more straightforward and easier to derive value from. Thanks for tuning in, and check out the release notes to learn more and for an exhaustive rundown of all the changes.